done anything at all to this. Still sitting here, surfboard on there, trying to figure out, I've got like the brake lines from GK Tech. I thought I was going to get the whole kit, but they only sent, it's only just like a portion of it. But yeah, I had a good time, good break. Managed to bring a few things back from Gisborne. That's where I usually live, where my two boys live. So yeah, my workshop's in quite a bit of a mess right now. I've got shit everywhere, man. But today I'm going to tidy everything up. I've got my stuff from Mazworx. I don't know if you've ever seen these. These are just like a stud kit. They're like better than ARP because these studs are the ARP 2000s, I think. Yeah, ARP 2000. So they've been optimized for like the specific lengths. So yeah, stud kit, head studs, main studs, so both the same pretty much. I brought an oil squirter that Mazworx made as well, but I've seemed to have lost it. And for all of you guys that love keeping receipts, these are some of the receipts that I got, and then this is like the rest of my builds. So there's quite a significant amount of receipts in there. Like, that's like the pistons. The rods. The pulley. But yeah, the other thing I've got is my Profesor Wheels. I've had these for a while. This was a bit of a shitty mission to get these back because I basically had set them together like this, and then they said no, you can't bring them over like that. You have to have two separate boxes. So basically, I showed up to the plane. This was like at 5 in the morning. Showed up to the plane with these, and they were like, yeah, all good. But then once I had to pack them, and I had to pay for extra baggage, the website wouldn't work. So I might just put this on a stand for now. So the package wouldn't work. The website wouldn't work, and I couldn't pay the $15. So I ended up having to pay $80, which is kind of bullshit because they could have given me a black bag, and I would have been able to just pay the normal, or even just have one bag with the black bag, but they wouldn't let me do it. So these two wheels together were like 22.8 kgs, so like well under like what the size should be. So these are my Professors. So they've got no, well, they've got like only enough to hold them together, but I took all the bolts out, like the hardware, and put them on some other wheels. So these are the front. So these are 9.5. Not really that much dish, but I've got some specs in here somewhere. They've got like the super low centers. So you've got like the lows, the mediums. That's the specs there if you can see them. 18 by 9.5, 43D. So the other ones that I have, they are going to be 11.5 inch deep. So those are those ones, and these other ones, the lip on those ones are pretty mint. The lip on this one has a little bit of a rash on it, but pretty good. So I've had these for like 4 years, 3 or 4 years now. See, they've got a little bit more, but I still took some off to fix the other wheels. And where's the scrape? Oh, there. So that's the damage, but we could get that fixed. That's pretty easy. Could get that thing like pushed out and then machined flat and then polished again. So yeah, my other ones that I have, like I've got the centers, they got powder coated in fresh black, so I'm gonna get some more stickers and I'll get these done at a later date, because I'm gonna get these separated, and the outers that I have, which are 5.5 inch, are going on the front, and then I'm going to get some 7.5 inch ones to go on the back for the 180, so it should look pretty cool. So these can just be ornaments for a while. They can stay there. So the only other things that I have that I brought back, or that I didn't bring back, that I've paid for, is an S14 SR20DET. Just an engine. The lighting's not good in here, so we'll just see if I can turn on it. There we go. So it doesn't look like much, but I've got another block, all the bits from one. The intake manifolds, sump, and the head. There's no point. There's no point in showing you that. I need more light. Here we go. So I brought out the block, the other one, the S14 one, and that's my old S13 SR20DET. This fucker I got. It was imported, I never built this. But this one made like 400 horsepower, like 400 at the wheels, factory pistons, factory rods, but I think it just had like a head gasket and Nismo bearings, I'm pretty sure. But this one, man, they made all the power for like a standard engine, which is pretty good. And the only thing that made it blow up was rockers, typical. So yeah, this is the S14 block that I just got, S14 turbo. So it's pretty dirty. Can do with a bit of a cleanup, but you know, nothing the old acid tank won't fix. So once I have the trigger kit from Tarks for this one, I'm going to pull the crank, pull it apart, take all of that stuff down, get it balanced, and we are good to go. So the other block, this is the one that's going to be sleeved and stroked to 2.2. See the solid mounts there from GK Tech? They're alright. I don't know. I'm thinking about chopping them in half and putting like a urethane spacer in there. But yeah, hopefully we can tidy everything up and get this stuff together, because yeah, definitely need to sort out my life. It's all a bit of a mess. But you know, as it is, like, good things take time. So once some money and stuff comes through, because I've just had a month off, like working and school, it'll come together. So I've just been pulling apart my S13 SR20DET, and I come across some funny shit. So this is the engine that had this had made quite a few horsepowers, or what is it, donkey lunges. Well, I come across this, so I pulled the piston and rod out, and I was like, what, it's shiny. Turns out it's a factory rod that someone went and polished both sides. I don't know if it was to do, like, this was in Japan, like this engine was built by Illusion Japan, so they've gone through and like gave that a really nice polish. So yeah, interesting. Anyways, I will do some more on this, and yeah, we'll just keep finding new little additions to this engine. It's those funny polished things. Crank looks alright. The journals are pretty good.
Doesn't look like any scouring or anything like that. Quite surprised what power this engine made, man. Oh well, we'll pull this out and we'll take it to the shop and get ready to be balanced, finally.